but I Wish was out there. So I had to figure my shit out. And it came off to, it was a rough start, this album. Remember, it took me a bunch. The Oh No song, it took me like 3 different takes. I did a demo at home. I did 2 demos at home. They were both different. One was real laid back. The other one was me trying to capture the first one. And then I tried to do it laid back here and it didn't work. So then I said, fuck it. Then I just had to do what I had to do. And I did a bunch of punch-ins because I didn't know where I was going or how I wanted to sound or any of that, bro, to be honest. I was completely winging it. And that's why in the beginning, I was using crutches, meaning like there were like lines that had been reused in other shit, remember? And you were like, you said this line. Cause I was like, I was going through old notebooks and just picking out hot lines. Yeah. And like, I definitely forget there's so much shit, man.
But then some of them would be like off of another demo you did.
Yeah.
So like we wouldn't know if it was something you already put out.
Right. And it was right. Like we were trying to clean up the shit and we couldn't figure out it sounded familiar and we didn't know if it sounded familiar because it was from an old release of mine or if it was from this other song on this demo, this other version of what's this shit called? I Got a Devil on My Right Shoulder.
Yeah.
Another Devil, a Cold Turkey. Yeah. I like this album a lot. It's only 8 songs. And with that said, like the 8 songs are more concentrated. Like we focused on a lot of details on these 8 songs instead of doing a whole bunch of other ones. Mm-hmm. Really what it was I wanted to do High Exhaulted 2 and I wanted to remake an album because a lot of people when they revisit shit and try to make a sequel of the one that people liked and shit or the one that hit people in a certain way, they fuck it up. So I really, I was like, all right, I know what to do. I just gotta get there. I knew I just needed an updated version of like raw beats and just raw rhymes and shit. Mm-hmm. And also I had also done so many other different styles of shit along the way that I wanted to strip it down and get back to the basics of that, I just feel like that's what I needed to do. I feel like that's what needed to be done by me. I didn't want to try to sing. I didn't want to try to show I could write a song. I didn't really want to try to do anything. I just wanted to make
over conceptual
gutter
stuff.
Shit. Yeah, I just want to make gutter shit. Yeah, I didn't want to sometimes I'll try to do a heartfelt song or I'll try to make a concept or I'll try to but I just wanted to do some gutter rap shit. I just was listening to so much Sean P and I wanted more shit like that to listen to. So I was like, I'm going to have to make my own. Yo, let me see if we have any more questions. Oh yeah. Okay. I was looking for that. Why am I doing a part 2 of the High Exalted, not my other albums? Cause fuck them other albums. Those other albums, they are not my baby. They're not the first one. They're not the ones that had the impact of High Exalted. And High Exalted was like, High Exalted also is an album, but it's an attitude with the album. No other albums have that same attitude because it's too much like look, man, I wanted to make a non-balanced album, like just some rugged bullshit, just some shit talk rap. And like I said, basically a lot of rappers, like I've seen people try to make part 2s or something, and I kind of took it as a challenge. Like I wanted to do it and not fuck it up. Now, I'm not saying it's better than you may not like it better than High Exalted 1. In fact, you probably won't. Because High Exalted 1 hit when you were a certain time, nostalgic reasons. I can't recapture that. I can't do that. But it's definitely not a letdown. I will say that. I wouldn't have even went on I wouldn't have put it out if it was a letdown. I wouldn't have gotten past track 1 if it was a letdown. I definitely was picky as fuck and scrutinized. Like, man, I feel like I was picky as fuck with this shit. I always am, but there's a lot. I know there's a lot coming with me saying High Exalted 2. The only reason I'm doing it is because I didn't fuck it up. If it would have came out fucked up, I wouldn't have put it out. So kind of just to let people know that it's that shit. It's like that rugged shit that I came in the game with. So all that clever metaphor shit over hard beats, that's basically what I'm on. And truthfully, I notice a lot of my fans, like certain fans will have complaints about my production, right? Not beats that I do, but like beats that I've used. And I think what it is I know what it is. I'm picky. I'm selfish when I pick beats. Sometimes I'm just like being like, all right, I just need this. Like a song like Synesthesia that's on God Save the King. I don't really expect too many other people to listen to it and get too much out of it or enjoy it. But that song's for me. So I kind of stopped on this one. I was like, all right, I want to pick some shit that's undeniable beats. I wanted shit that's just flat out, no matter what you think of me or this song, you can't say this beat's trash. You can't not fuck with this beat. I just wanted some shit like that. Because once again, in the vein of Sean Price, that was an artist to me where his formula was just like fire ass beats and these ignorant ass raps, these dope ass ignorant ass raps. And I use ignorant as a term of endearment. That, like I said, to me, that's my favorite shit. That's my favorite shit. For whatever reason, it's just the funnest, man. It's just the funnest for a certain time. You know what I mean? Like there's a time where to be serious and all that, but for me right now, there's enough of serious. There's enough of everything else in hip hop except for that, and not everybody can do that. You know, it's just like I don't know. It's just not enough of that out there. It's too much people appeasing people, and it's too much music made for a purpose, like the purpose of trying to get like posted or heard or approved of. It's not like the thing that made me fall in love with hip hop in the beginning was how close it was to punk rock, like how it was dangerous back then because people like it wasn't there was not a filter on it. You know, people basically said what they said based on their true opinions. It wasn't, I'm not going to say this about so-and-so because I'm not going to get my shit played on this, or I'm not going to be able to collab with this, or not to say you should go on a rampage just bashing people, but to be honest, if you feel a certain way, like it's just music is boring. It's super boring. It's super boring. I feel like it would take somebody who has nothing to lose to just, to not give a fuck and just say what they want to say. But then at the same time, there's a fine line between that because it's not about offending other people. It's about voicing your own opinion. So you gotta walk that fine line. But I wish